Welcome to another session of Parent University On Demand. Today we're excited to have Kevin and Nijma with us to help us tackle a question a lot of families have. What resources are available to support learning at home? So let's jump right into it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Washburn, and I'm the director of DCPS Library Programs, and I'm here with.
Nijma Assad, the manager of DCPS Library Programs.
And we support the school libraries and librarians at all 118 schools in the district. During this video, we will share with you how library programs support students' independent learning and the lifelong joy of reading. Let's talk more about the resources that are available via DCPS Library Programs to support learning at home.
So before we get into all of the wonderful resources Library Programs provides for your students, I first want to share our mission. Library Programs support schools in providing a welcoming, inclusive, responsive, and open library where students can access and utilize print, digital, and multimedia resources that will inspire their curiosity, innovation, problem solving, and creation. Effective school library programs are fundamental in teaching and learning and essential to making learning relevant for all students.
Thanks, Nijma. We make this happen through our vision. School libraries, we cultivate a community of learners that are information seekers, literacy lovers, and high academic achievers. In school libraries, each school librarian is an instructional partner in information literacy across all content areas. They lead in technology integration and digital citizenship instruction, which ensures students are future ready. Librarians are passionate advocates for independent reading and student engagement in creating a culture of reading every day, everywhere, and lifelong.
So DCPS school libraries, we are ahead across the nation in the sense that we are one of the few libraries that has a full-time certified school librarian for each of our schools. And these librarians support student engagement, they teach information literacy skills, and this is very important to create lifelong readers and learners.
As we talked about earlier, the culture of reading is very important as part of the way that school libraries and schools are set up to engage students and readers. And so I want to explain to you or cover with you a little bit more about what does it mean to have a culture of reading. So in this case, learners are able to find books and resources in an open, independent, and free choice opportunities. These resources support high interest, whether they're novels or text, and they engage the mind, they peg the interest, and address curiosities through inquiry and building lifelong skills as students use their great school libraries and focus on reading.
We also support the Science of Reading, which is a district-led initiative. School libraries, we support a classroom approach for phonetical awareness and application. We also promote the science of reading with exploration of knowledge by enabling students to independently explore resources and self-select information as needed. In this, along with this video, you will be receiving a link to a one-pager, and it has additional resources about the culture of reading and the science of reading. And also, as always, feel free to email us at dcplslp@k12.dc.gov.
So now let's talk more about the resources available in the school library. So the school librarian works with classroom teachers to extend learning for students with great books and online resources. School libraries are organized by collections, and so each library may look a little bit different than the others, but they're going to have common elements like they'll have picture books, they'll have fiction books, they may have nonfiction books, biographies, or other collection areas like graphic novels. I'm sure you're wondering, well, how do students find all these great books in the library? And that's through the online library catalog called Destiny Discover.
To access Destiny Discover and to find out more information about the different programs and applications we have, I encourage you to visit our library programs website, which you can find on your student Clever, your student Canvas page. We have a parent and student page. You can access it via the link included in this PowerPoint, as well as it's included on the one-pager.
Also on this website in Clever is a detailed description of how to use or what to expect in Clever as part of the library resources. So we've mentioned Clever now. I'm sure you're wondering, how do students access Clever?
It's quite simple. So after you put in just dcpsclever.com, this will come up and you will use your student ID number as well as student.k12.dc.us, and the password will be your student's 6-digit day of birth. For additional information, please see our one-pager. All of the links that help you access the things that we've talked about will be on that.
And I'm sure you probably are familiar with DC Public Library. DC Public Schools and DC Public Libraries have an excellent partner together because we want to extend learning for students. And what that means is that students get access to more great books, more online resources like the Go Digital databases, as well as amazing support for homework assistance through a program called Brain Fuse Now. With all this said and all these amazing resources, I know that you will see that we support your child in their everyday learning and opportunities to be great readers and explorers of knowledge and information. If you need additional support or have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at dcpslp@k12.dc.gov. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to helping you and your family become great readers.
Thank you for sharing all this information. We do have a couple of frequently asked questions from our families that we want to make sure we highlight. The first is, does every DCPS school have a librarian?
Yes, each school has a professional, certified school librarian who has a master's in either education or library science to work with your students and with your students' teachers to support the integration of wonderful resources available at each school into the lessons and activities that the students are participating in.
Thank you so much for that information. You mentioned accessing Clever, and you mentioned accessing with my student ID's number and their 6-digit date of birth. If I don't have my student's ID number, where can I get that information?
Great question. I would first start by checking in with the student's homeroom teacher or the teacher that they see first thing in the morning. That individual will be able to share with you or locate the information needed. You could call the school and ask to speak to the school registrar also to be able to obtain that, but they may require you to come into school and show proof of identification. But also, typically, when a student is registered with a DCPS school, the registrar will either provide that information at the end of the registration process, or you will receive confirmation within a few days after that.
Thank you for that information. My last question here is, who do I talk to at my local DC library to access the resources you mentioned when you talked about collaboration?
You can visit the DC Public Library website and look at the neighborhood branches, and they will provide you a list of contacts there. Or when you visit the library, just go by the main desk in the library and ask to speak to someone about resources that will support your students' learning. Depending on your child's age, there will be probably different people in the library that will support them. So if your child is in elementary school, you may be working with the children's library there. If your child is in middle school or high school, there may be a different contact known as a young adult librarian that will work with your student. But whoever the individual is, I can assure you they're focused on helping your child find the resources they need and be successful as learners.
Thank you so much for being with us today, Kevin and Nishma. We truly appreciate your time. Families, please look at the description box to find the resources mentioned in the video, like the one-pager with all the links and ways to access the content that was mentioned here in this video. Additionally, you will find a link to a survey. Please take 2 minutes to answer the short survey. It's just 3 questions. We want to know if this was useful for you, if you would like any follow-ups from Kevin or Nijma or from the Parent University team. And as always, you can always reach out to us via social media or social media platforms. They are on the screen, as well as at parentu@k12.dc.gov. And if you want to reach the DCPS Library team, their emails are also in that research page below. Thank you.